So, hello everybody. Now, before I start this beer review, I must say I'm very nervous about this because this is quite an important review that I want to do. I've been gifted a beer from Joe at the Brew Club Hull, who is one of the contributors to Airland Radio. He does Desert Island beers and he lives over in Hull. Now, over in Hull, there's a brewery called Atom Brewery. And also over in Hull, there is a rap artist, a poet. And basically, between this rap artist and the brewery, they have done a collab beer, and it was gifted to me by Joe on behalf of Atom Beers. And the most important thing that I want to do, I want to talk to you about the beer, but I also want to talk to you about the guy in question as well. So I've done a little bit of watching his YouTube channel and a few little bits and bobs, and Joe's given me some information. So it's going to be very, sporadic how I bring it to you. But rather than get his name wrong, because apparently a lot of people say his name on the Radio 1's got it wrong, whatever. It's quite a difficult name to say simply because he's a Yorkshireman, he's up over in Hull, and I'm a Leicester boy and things like that. So I've been back and forth with Joe. So the best thing I'm going to do is he actually did a little soundbite for Joe to introduce his show, like I did as well and a few other people. So I'm going to let him introduce himself. It's a little bit radio quality because I've recorded this from the message itself. So here we go. Let this rap artist, this very nice, he's a really lovely gentleman, introduce himself. Here we go.
Now then, this is Chiedu Oraka speaking, aka the Black Yorkshireman. Now then, this is Chiedu Oraka speaking, aka the Black Yorkshireman.
Right, so I'm going to try and say it now. So Chiedu Oraka, the Black Yorkshireman. Here he is on the can. So apologies if I've said it wrong. It's a Leicester accent or whatever. That's why I wanted you to introduce yourself. Now, here's the beer. It's called Misfit. It's a Helles lager. So German style lager. But the Misfit has a really important message, and one that's really it really sticks with me. So throughout the music career that I was in, the people out there in the music scene, I always felt a little bit of a misfit, a little bit of an outsider, if you know what I mean. I play guitar, I sang. A lot of people says to me, "Wow, you've got a great voice," and I got a lot of praise and things. And I played at gigs, I played at festivals, I did bits and bobs. But all the musicians around me, they just had this sort of level of coolness about them. You know, like a proper, I'd be there say now in I don't know, a pair of jeans, my polo top. I had no tattoos or anything. And they'd they'd have tattoos, jewellery, look really cool. It was always like, oh, I'm a musician, but I don't look like a musician, if you understand what I mean. And I felt a little bit of a misfit myself. Now, there's a video. So I've been checking out his YouTube channel. So there he is there. And this is the actual video. So I suggest you go and watch this, the Misfit. And it really does describe about he was saying, I felt a little bit too black to be white, and they felt a bit too white to be black. And within his circle of people there, if you watch it on the video, it's like people all felt a little bit of a misfit in that where they were and how they were growing up and things. Whereas all they are to me is, and I've spoke to Joe about this just now, all the individual people, everybody's individual. They bring their own love and kindness and warmth and that. I speak about a really great friend of mine, and if you stood me next to her, we're totally different. You know, she calls herself the Tattooed Lady, and you know, people can look, and even my friend will say to me, like, you know, about tattoos, oh, you know, if you came to an interview with the tattoos, and well, you know, there's all this little stigma about things, but everybody is just an individual. I don't care where you come from, who you are, what you do for a living, anything. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. Kindness spreads kindness, love spreads love, and literally everybody is there to be on the same place, walk the same road, do whatever you want to do with your life, be kind, be lovely, and it's it's really difficult to come across now how it was, but anyway, so this beer has been brewed at Atom Brewery. So let me just tell you a little bit about the brewery. So I've had a few of their beers, and mistakenly, I forgot to review them on the channel, which was like a little bit of a mistake. So here they are. So Atom Brewery, about the brewery. Born out of the love of science, inspired by life of travel, Atom begins its journey in 2014. Its mission to create a community built on collaboration. So here's a collaboration here. Education and a shared passion for beer and the brewing process. Now, the 2 beers that was gifted to me were fabulous. I drank them and forgot that I was supposed to have reviewed them. So, proudly launched from an industry unit in Hull by scientists Alan and Sarah, Atom has come a long way. Their first tap room opened in 2018 in the heart of Hull's Old Town. The Corn Exchange offered an inclusive, welcoming atmosphere in a setting that holds 200 years of history. We have taken our first tap room to a new location in 2022 to an old Yorkshire bank building in the blustering area of the avenues in Hull. In 2020, we continue to trend and revived another empty property, bringing a new use and a new life. Our second tap room in historic Beverley is an upbeat bar with some impressive period features. With support from family, friends, and a growing community, we now have 2 unique bars and an expanding network of like-minded people, from beer enthusiasts and scientists to the local independent businesses we work with. So, yes, Chiedu Oraka. I've been trying to say his name so correctly. I'm saying it like Chiedu Oraka, so apologies. He's really got a good story to tell, a lot of history. So let's get the beer out into a glass first, because I want people to see the beer. Oh, it's a lively one. It's a lively one. Oh, look at this. So it is a lively one. So basically, a leading figure in the Northern Rap and Grime scene, the Black Yorkshireman defies genes with his blend of raw honesty and social poetry. He is actually a poet. Now, I love all sorts of music, right? In some of the rock I like, there's rock I don't like. In some of the country stuff I like, there's some of the country I don't like. In pop, all sorts of music, I like it all. There's some I like, there's some I don't like. So when it comes to, say, rap, I think Eminem is fantastic. When I watched that film, God, what is it? 9 Mile, is it? Oh my God. It really changed my views. And now he was a misfit, wasn't he? You know, Eminem. And yet Eminem, fantastic. Lovely bloke. Message, fantastic. I actually like his music. I really do. And I've been checking out the Black Yorkshireman's music, and it's really good. He's got like orchestras there on one of them, and you can see normally if you get like a violinist playing, you know, they can be sort of like all like this, but they're actually like playing with a bit of, and it's very orchestral, but they're getting down to the beat when he's doing his poetry, which I thought was fantastic. Now that is looking like a Helles lager, nice and light, nice strawy colour, nice big frothy head as well. Really nice. So basically, his blend of raw honesty and social poetry, raised on North Hull Estate, his bars fill the dance floors as capably as served to portray the black working class experience from the front lines of a largely white, economic deprived region of the North. Delivered in his city's district accent, which is he's proud to be a Yorkshireman, so I'm told. Oraka is a fierce representative of a new sound and an amplifier of stories yet to be told. Now, there's a lot of information here, a lot. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put it down all in the description. I really wanted to sort of like, I've been practicing what I was going to say, because it really is important that I got his name right, and I got everything right. So now onto the beer. So what I'll do, I will put the link to his YouTube page in the description. I'll put all the information in the description. And if you do nothing else, even if you're not into any kind of poetry, rap, or any kind of rap music, seriously, please go and watch his Misfit video, please, because it really does send a message. It sends a message that will probably hit home to quite a lot of people, regardless of whether you like country music, rock music, rap music, or, you know, independent music, whatever. It'll really make you realise how people can feel misfits in their own community. And I, for one, I would say it to my musician friends, like, oh my God, you look so cool. You know what I mean? You just like, you got loads of rings on your fingers and you just look cool. All my musician friends had long hair. And I used to think, what is it? How come no musicians go bald? You know what I mean? I'm a musician and I've gone bald. But all my musician friends, and even now, when I see them now, they've got their hairs all in pony, long hairs. You know what I mean? Advertising like hair shampoo, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I certainly did feel a misfit myself, and I have felt a misfit. Now, amongst the beer loving and pub show community, I don't feel a misfit. And you know what? Like I say, the diversity of people within our community and the diversity of people within the music scene and the Leicester music scene that I was a big part of is incredible. Some of my friends are so individual, and I used to love it. No matter where they're from, no matter who they are, no matter what sexuality they are or anything, I don't care. Basically, if they're kind, they're nice, they smile, and they're friendly, then you're a friend of mine. Anyway, right, let's get into the beer, because we're 12 minutes in, but it was about the collaboration between this great guy and the Atom Brewery. So, on the nose now, with Helles lagers, you don't normally get a lot of. You get probably a little bit of floral aromatic, but not a great deal. All like the Oktoberfest beers, even the Augustina Oktoberfest beer, won't give you big aromas. But there is a slight little floral aroma there. Right, but the beer looks fantastic in the glass. It really does. Head's just dissipated a little bit, but still there. Right, let's get a grip on this and see what it's about. Cheers, everybody. Right, so I'm gutted. I'm gutted that I didn't review the other two beers from Atom Brewery. I really am, because they were both banging. And I'll tell you what it was on a night. I was down here, I was enjoying myself. I think I was listening to some music, and I seen these beers. And it had some lettering on it, because I'll always put where I've got them from. And it basically had BCH, Brew Club Hull, because Joe had given them. But for some reason, I couldn't figure out where the letters was. So I thought, oh, I must have got it just from one of the online stores or something. So I got them down there, and they were both absolutely fantastic. And this one is exactly the same. Now, I'm not just saying it. I am not just saying it, right? On Desert Island Beers, one of the most talked of beer as your Desert Island beer. What beer would you choose to drink for the rest of your life if you was on a desert island, right? What is your desert island beer? That one beer that you've got to drink on a desert island for the rest of your life. Mine was Augustina Hell. This is right up there with that nice, lovely malty, very lightly hopped, noble, slight spice. Very lovely mouthfeel. Very lovely mouthfeel. Really soft and silky mouthfeel, actually. It really leaves a real lingering palate silkiness, which is really nice. Very nice sweet malts, but not sweet as in sweet shop sweet, but just the right amount of sweetness on the palate. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, I should have had, now let's see if I got my cocktail shaker here. So I just want to keep I've been tidying up the Spencer Arms, and this is a proper cocktail shaker. You know, like one of them when you need to like bang it to get the glass out. And I normally like stand it here and put the can on it, and I haven't done it today, but there we go. Look, let's stick that on there so you can see it there. There we go. So yes, so Chiedu Oraka. Now I haven't even like thought about it for a bit, and I'm hoping I'm saying that. Chiedu Oraka. I really hope I've got that right. In collaboration with Atom Brewery to bring across this message of being a misfit. And it's absolutely fantastic. You really need to go and watch that video. But they've not just made a hyped lager here. They've made a quality lager. That is by no means anything other than a quality lager. It really is really nice. It's coming in at 4.4% as well. That's just struck me. To get this level of sort of like flavour and this level of Moorishness in this lager that you do get from a German Helles lager is absolutely impressive, right? And the thing is as well, even within the brewing industry, like people in Britain brewing Helles lagers can be looked upon as a misfit, can't they? Because like, you know, you can't do it. We can't do it. Now, I do bang on about, like, German lagers, it's the water. It's the water, it's the malts or whatever. But we're getting very good now at brewing German beers, German-style beers, German Czech-style beers. I bang on, like, Utopian Brewery, Braybrook Brewery, you know, like, even Thornbridge, who was Hackney Church. There's been a lot of really good examples of some good German and Czech-style lagers. Utopian doing Czech-style lagers. Thornbridge, did they do? Yeah, with Budvar. And now Atom Brewery. Now this is a new brewery on me, and I only found out about them by Joe at the Brew Club Hall. Three beers I've had from them. All three fantastic. This is lovely. Now it's going into like a cereal malt now. But it's a lovely, yeah, real cereal, like a malty, you know, like the malted wheat cereal. Oh, really lovely malt profile in this lager. It's absolutely, it really is absolutely wonderful. And I'm not just saying it because the thing is, like, Oraka, he's got no, he don't brew beer. He's a poet. He's a poet who raps his poems out. With a background of what seems like really nice music. I loved it. I loved the one with the orchestra. I just loved it. And he's there telling his story, and I really listened to it as well. And it's a great way of putting like hundreds of words into a song to sort of get your message across. And yeah, and I've watched a couple of videos, but I really like the Misfit one. So the actual representation of this beer is what like you need to go and see. It's really good, and it really opens your eyes. It really does open your eyes to the fact that like not just within you know the world that he talks about, but just in all walks of life. There's a lot of people out there that may see that they just don't fit in, if you know what I mean. It's like me. I'm not very academic, but I'm great with my hands. You know, I can make stuff, and people say to me I'm very talented, like the stuff I make and all the decking I've done, this bar in here and everything else. But academically, I'm not very good. So within sort of like my friends who were very academic, I could be a misfit there, couldn't I? You know, because they're all going off to university, they're all doing what they're doing. And I feel, nah, well, if I went university, I'd definitely be a misfit because, like, honestly, I just wouldn't have the patience to study. But what I have got is the love and affection of what I do with my hands, and that's where my skill lies. From woodwork to playing music and everything and all that. But you know, I'm a small guy as well, so I'm not very tall. So a lot of my friends were taller than me, so I felt a little bit like, oh God, you know, they're all towering over me. Now, as you get older, I'm 54 years old. 54 years old. You get to the stage where you think, I no longer worry about what people think. But there was a point where I did, and I wrote a song about it. So a fantastic message, and I love the fact that Atom Brewery has brewed an absolutely fantastic Helles lager. It's getting better and better and better and better as I go down this. It's really, really good. It's really good. And a lot of the Helles lagers are more percentage than what this is. So to get that lovely cereal, bready, sweet, malty, lovely palate, silky palate, lovely mouthfeel from a beer that's coming in at 4.4%. It's absolutely brilliant. Right, so anyway, that's 22 minutes worth of Spenno waffle. I've only just discovered Chiedu Oraka, Leicester accent. I keep saying that. And what I'll do, I'll put all the information in the description there. But I'm just going to let Oraka just introduce himself again so you can hear his name.
Now then, this is Chiedu Oraka speaking, aka the Black Yorkshireman.
Chiedu Oraka. Absolutely brilliant. I hope probably one day I might get to meet you if I come over Hull. Absolutely brilliant. I've subscribed to your YouTube channel. I'll share your YouTube channel in here, and I'm going to go through and listen to all your stuff, and just get into what you're doing, because I do really like it. Like I say, there's a lot of rap artists out there that I don't get on with, but people like Eminem and who are really telling a story. Like Oraka here, who's really like poignant, very clearly speaking as well. You can understand and hear every word he's saying. I mean, Eminem sometimes raps so fast, he almost raps faster than I chat. And but yeah, I love the power of music, whether it's rapped, sang, spoken, however it comes across. It's art. It's being an artist. It's doing what you want to do as an individual to bring your music out. My whole arm here has got all the lyrics of my songs round the back here as well. Lyrics of my songs, and that's the way have expressed myself. I need to write a lot more music, and basically, it's just we're all there to do what we do, how we do it as an individual, and never ever take that away from yourself. Be the person you are, be an individual, be who you are, and don't change for nobody. Just do not change for nobody. This isn't here for me to preach anything or any messages or whatever. This is just me. This is me doing a video about a beer being gifted to me. So I don't want to just drink this beer. I want to tell you a bit of the story behind it, about the brewery and things like that. So the message is like, don't feel like you're a misfit in any stage of your life. You know what I mean? Just go out, be proud, be who you are, and and enjoy it. I know girls that shave their hair. They've got bald heads and things. I think it's fantastic. I went to see the Brandy Feast at Duffy's Bar, and honestly, on Ellen Radio, there was an interview on there I did with Jackie Duffy, and all the music that comes from the grassroots music, where you see a young kid at a bar on an open mic, and then the next thing is on Glastonbury stage, like this guy, BBC introducing Glastonbury stage. Easy Life, all Leicester lads. I know a few of them, and look where they've gone, and they're now Hard Life. Because of what went on there. But they're all guys who I've seen them in different bands. I've spoke to them. They've gone through different ways to get where they are, and now they're doing great, and they've restarted as Hard Life. So basically, just always be who you are and be true to yourself, and don't let anybody ever take anything away from you. It took me a long time to learn that. But watching the Misfit video and listening to the stories of people is really ignited that feeling back into me. So, Chiedu, cheers, my friend. Keep it coming. Well, I say my friend, I've never met you, but I'm sure if I did, it'd be a really good, really nice experience. Be true to yourself and keep doing what you're doing, mate, because it seems great. And cheers to Joe from the Brew Club Hull. And please check out Airland Radio, where you can hear Joe at the Brew Club Hull with his Desert Island beers. He has quite a few celebrities on as well. And yeah, including myself. I'm actually a celebrity now because somebody recognised me on YouTube the other day, and I keep walking around like that just for a laugh. So I say, yeah, I got recognised out and about at a pub. It's brilliant. It's just fun, isn't it? Right, take care, everybody. I've been Spenno, and this has been the hashtag waffle 10 out of 10 Hellas Lager from Atom Brewery. Absolutely. And that last swig, as it's just warmed up a tad, really lovely and malty. Absolutely, the malts in this are absolutely fantastic. Right, take care, everybody. Stay safe, be good, be kind, live, love, laugh, and just enjoy it, because it's only yourself who can make that happen. Right, cheers. It's been a bit of a Spenno message from this great guy. Cheers.